Hey cooking peeps, what's up? It's Wednesday, and on the show today we're going to talk about a bunch of kitchen stuff. Look what I have in front of me. This is a Smeg mixer. Woo! I had this on the back of one of my my episodes earlier, and people have asked me about it, and this is it. It's sitting right here in the Studio B, right? So today we're going to talk about gadgets. I had a couple questions from people, and I'm going to explain a couple things, and we're also going to look at something I got kind of interesting. So let's go. It's Wednesday. So how are you guys doing? The week is moving along. I'm ready for the weekend already, and it's only Wednesday, right? So I got my water here. I'm still working on Eric's little coaster. Actually, this might have came out of when I opened the Smeg. But how are you? What have you guys been cooking? What have you been up to? If you're not in my Facebook group, come on over and join us, because we're having a good time and we get to know each other on sort of a different level in there, and we get to talk about cooking. So come on over. The web address is facebook.com/groups/Amy Learns to Cook, right? So you might be wondering why I have this thing sitting here. I got a question on, I don't know if it was on the Facebook group or it was in the comments, I'm not exactly sure. I got a question about mashed potatoes the other day. I love mashed potatoes, right? Someone asked the best way to make mashed potatoes. And I have a few options for you for making mashed potatoes. One includes a stand mixer. And you get really different results depending on which one you use. So let me get a couple little gadgets and let's talk about taters. Okay, we all know about our average everyday potato masher, right? My favorite potato masher of all time is this one. It's an OXO, good grips, basic potato masher. It's about 10, 12 bucks, I think. You can get them on sale. This is my favorite. This can mash some potatoes, okay? So, yes, this is manual. And this is just a classic way of doing mashed potatoes. I love this because you can, sometimes I like my potatoes a little chunky, right? And you can do that with this. These other options, if you like completely smooth mashed potatoes, you might want to use one of these. Look at this sucker. This is a ricer. And it has a mash little hopper right here. And basically what you do is you load your taters in here and wham, right? What you get from this is nice, smooth taters. This is really, probably to me, some of the easiest way to get really smooth potatoes is to use a ricer, because these are very thin holes or very small holes. So when you go wham, right? Potatoes. Awesome. Nice and smooth. One of the things about this one I bought at Williams-Sonoma like years ago, and I don't think they sell this one. This one is really heavy duty. It's all metal. The only issue with this one is there's a little pin, you probably can't see it, in here that tends to pop out at times. And it is a complaint with this one. So if you happen to see one of these around the way, I don't know where you can even get them now, but that is an issue with this one. I don't even know what the brand name is. It's not marked. It's an unmarked ricer.
It's not that fancy brand that you liked back in the day?
Which fancy brand?
I don't know. You had that one that you liked, the garlic press. Is that the same brand as this thing?
No. That's like Rossley or something? No. I don't know. I don't know if this was marketed under William Snowman brand name. I'm not exactly sure, but there's a lot of good ricers out there. I'll put a link in the description to a few of them that I kind of like. But biggest problem with this one is it's huge, and cleaning it is a pain. So we put it in the dishwasher like this, but it like takes up the whole top rack of the dishwasher. So that's why I don't use it that often. I tend to pull out the old traditional. So I know what you're probably thinking. Why am I sitting here with the stand mixer, right? You can use the stand mixer to make your mashed potatoes. And here I have the whip attachment on our Smeg. You can also use the paddle attachment, of course. Why am I trying to get this off anyway? But yeah, there we go. You can use the paddle attachment on your stand mixer or the whip. It will do a great job, but there's one caution that I need to give you about the stand mixer. So I'm not 100% sure scientifically how this happens, but what the ricer will do is it really breaks up those starch granules. What happens in a stand mixer is, I don't know if the starch granules stay together or what it is, but if you overmix it in a stand mixer, it will literally turn into glue. And trust me, I've had that happen before. So on Thanksgiving, or if you're having an event, or Christmas or something like that, and you put your potatoes in a stand mixer, if you let it go too much, you will have like, some people describe it as like melted mozzarella cheese texture. I don't know too much about melted mozzarella cheese. I can tell you it tastes like gluey. So just be careful when you're using a stand mixer. Make sure you just whip it, and when it's done and smooth, you stop. Because it's almost like heavy cream. You'll make butter, right? In terms of mashed potatoes, it will make glue. Yeah, the whip's probably a little bit more tolerant than the paddle. Yeah, but you know, I've used a stand mixer a few times making mashed potatoes. It's not something I typically do because, frankly, I just pull out this bad boy because I tend to like mine a little rough. Some people with their mashed potatoes are like, it has to be completely smooth. I won't eat it unless it's completely smooth. But to me, when it's completely smooth, it just tastes like mashed potatoes from that chicken place, right? Like they just were potato flakes that they'd put water in. So,
what do you not want to use?
Yeah, you don't want to use a food processor. You want to turn it to glue, like, bat, right? Throw it in a food processor. Because food processors, let me tell you, they are very fast. One thing about a food processor that's great about a food processor is they are very fast. And very fast is very bad when it comes to mashed potatoes. So you want a nice, gentle whip on there, right? Without taking it too far. You don't want to do that. So I know you guys are asking about this Smeg, right? I am going to do a full test and review, but look at this bad boy. This Smeg is interesting because, should I tell you my little secret about this Smeg right now?
About how you got it into the house?
How I got this Smeg.
How you liberated it from Amazon?
How I acquired this Smeg.
How you got it affordable and made it more affordable?
Because if you've ever seen these mixers, you will know that the standard price of this Smeg is $459. And you look at the Smeg and you say, did Amy really pay $459 for a mixer when she already has like 20 of them, right? And the answer is no, I didn't pay $459. Actually, if it was that price, I wouldn't have a Smeg. But one day I was bebopping on Amazon, right? Like I've done in the past a few times. And I saw the Smeg, and you know, I've always been really intrigued about it. It is from Italy. It is completely designed and manufactured in Italy. It does have a very unfortunate name, but I can tell you that a lot of people like them because they kind of have this retro look to them, because Smeg has a line of 50s style appliances. They've been around since the 40s. And actually Smeg stands for something like something metallurgical, something. E and G are the this town and the district that the company is located in. It has a very long name, and I won't even try to pronounce it.
Out of respect for the Italians.
Yes. Smeg is a company that made, like, I think coated metals or something like that. And somewhere in the 40s, they got into appliances. And so the acronym for their name came along way before the unfortunate interpretation of this name. And so, you know, I've heard people say, I would never buy a stand mixer that was called that, right? Particularly from guys say that. But it's a beautiful mixer. It comes in different colors. So, back to my story about how I got this.
Drum roll.
Drink. That stuff is a little stings going down, right? So when I was on Amazon one day, I saw like a temporary price reduction of this mixer only in this color. All the other colors were $459, $500. And when I went on there, this mixer right here in this color, I think they had 4 of them, was marked down to $280. And when I saw that, I was like, I don't know if this is the color I would pick. I kind of want the pink one. But when I first saw it, I was like, $280?
That's still too high.
That's still not like totally in the thing that would make me jump on it. I would say that if you've never owned a stand mixer or you love the style or something like that, I don't know if I would pay $450 for this mixer. But if you really like the style and it goes with your kitchen, it might be something you'd be interested in. But for me, because I have a few other stand mixers, right? There was absolutely no way, even $280, I was like, right? So I looked up at the top. I had an Amazon card before. So I looked up at the top and it said save $70, open an Amazon card. I was like, what?
Oh,
Save $70 and I'll open an Amazon card. So I'm like, maybe I should try to open because I closed it before several years ago because I really didn't use it. And, well, I did use it, but I turned it off. And so I was like, So I said, Eric, guess what? And for some reason, he let me buy it. Yeah. So it was $280, but I got $70 off on this Amazon special. So I paid $210 for a Smeg.
And 2-day delivery.
2-day delivery. So it was fulfilled by Amazon. The only thing I can say is it was a new mixer. It was completely packaged and everything else. The box was a little dusty and beat up. Like it didn't look like it had been opened, but it just looked like it had been tossed around a little bit. So so I paid $210 for this Smeg, and which is like $450. It's got a hub on it. I don't know. Do they have attachments to this? They must. I think they have a few. I don't think this is something you'd buy like, wow, it's got so many attachments. I think it just has a couple. Actually, I have this on backwards. I think it just has a couple. There we go. So, what do you think of this Smeg? Aside from the unfortunate name. So this is the speed control. Right here, I don't know what that is. So it's a tilt head, so you just hit this button right here and you tilt it up. Ooh, it's kind of groovy, huh? So you guys want to see a test of this? You want me to do my usual test and review of the Smeg, see what it can do? Whipped cream, some sort of cookie, and some bread. What do you think about this mixer, Eric? You think it's a contender?
I don't know.
For top mixer of the year? I think I'm going to do something at the end of the year. Number one, I think I'm going to do my mixer of the year, but then I'm going to do my gadgets of the year.
I think we need an opportunity to vote.
Yeah. A little voting. I wonder if I could put up a poll for mixer of the year. So we got our groovy little Smeg here. I am going to do a test and review of this bad boy so we can see what it can do. I don't really want to give too much of my initial thoughts, except for I really think the Dolomite should have been a little higher quality for that price. But anyway, so stay tuned, and we will be doing a test of the Smeg. So do you see what this is? This is a mini Zo. This is a Zojirushi 1 pound bread machine. And I have a regular Zojirushi. I think I might do a video on my Zos because I have like the old V20, and then I just recently got a Virtuoso or whatever it's called. But this is a little 1 pounder. And this makes a little cute loaf of bread. Look at this. Oh, isn't that so cute?
It's a baby.
It's got a little cup and a little thing, and here's the bread pan. Isn't that so cute? You think that's cute, Eric? It's the little baby Zo. And I can't put this back in here backwards.
So, Miss Amy, do you have a dark secret about this?
I don't hold secrets from you, boo. I think last Saturday or something, I don't remember what day it was. It was like last weekend. I've wanted one of these little things, but they're like $175. And I just bought the new Virtuoso like a couple months ago. And I was like, I can't really do that, right? And so these come up all the time. And I'm really leery about buying a used bread machine because people beat them up, they stank them up. You never know what people mix in them, right? And I'm a germaphobe, so that doesn't work. But this one came up on Facebook Marketplace and it only been used one time. And so I figured I'd give it a go, right? So these are about $175, and I picked this bad boy up for $50. Used one time, and I sort of wiped it down. I'm going to sanitize it down, probably run it through a bake cycle with nothing in it, so it'll kill anything in there if there happens to be anything. The person I bought it from seems like a, nice, normal person, if that's possible. But I wouldn't imagine that she, used it as a cat box or anything.
Diaper storage.
So, and then I'm going to burn it off with the bake only cycle, and then I'll wash it again just to, for good measure. But this makes a little 1 pound loaf, and it's great for like single people that don't want like a whole loaf and then you'll eat it all, right? And also it's great for people who have the opportunity during the week to make bread frequently, because as you guys know, bread starts staling as soon as you take it out of the oven. It cools down and bread starts the staling process. That's what it does. And you can put it in bread keepers, you can put it in all kinds of stuff. My question is, sometimes I buy bread at the grocery store and it's good for like a week and a half. And I'm like, how is that possible when homemade bread is only good for like a day or two? So that pretty much seals the deal of you wanting to make your own homemade bread, because Lord knows what they put in that other stuff, right? Bread starts the staling process as soon as it's cooled out of the oven. That process starts. So real homemade bread will only last a day or two. Second day is day old bread. Third day is trash. So what's great about this is it makes a little 1 pound loaf. So if you want to make bread, you know, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday or something like that, or make a loaf on Saturday and then make a loaf on Tuesday, it's perfect for that. And it's the perfect size for 1 or 2 people. So I thought this would be kind of neat. It is the mini Zo. I'm in a couple bread groups, and when they see this, that I paid $50 for a mini Zo, they're going to be like, what? Right?
So, Miss Amy, people want to know, how did you convince your husband to drive to a certain place against his will had he known what you were going to buy? Hint, hint, hint.
Well, I have to be honest. I kind of sucker punched him. I gave him the old one too. I can't say that I outright lied, because I didn't. I just left out some information. So that's not lying. That's just failing to disclose. Here we go.
The short and simple is, she said she needed a bread part to make a 1 pound loaf. And I was thinking, all your bread makers make 1, 1.5, and 2 pounds. What could you possibly need? I didn't know she needed a whole new, or in this case used, bread machine. But I didn't find that out until we drove about 30 miles into an area that I'm not too happy about due to its world famous speed cameras, red light cameras, and all kinds of other horrible places that AAA almost calls it a speed trap.
Boo.
Darling.
Go get that homemade ice cream that I made you in the freezer. You go get that. You'll enjoy that. But anyway, we do have a mini Zo in the house. I'm going to make some stuff with that, play around with it, and see what I can come up with. And we're going to do a video at some point, right? So a few questions from y'all. Hi, Amy. That's one heck of a good collection you got there. I did a video a while back on how to choose a saute pan, and I went through the different styles, the different metals, the builds, all that fun stuff. It was kind of a long video. It was one of the ones I did kind of at the beginning, and it's a really fun video, so I'll link it down in the description. Yeah, I have a lot of saute pans. What's funny is I haven't bought a lot of pans. No, I bought a lot of other stuff.
No, once Macy's kind of did away with your whole little point system.
Yeah. I had to think about that. My girl. Thanks. I have a friend that's like a sister, and she is purple-tastic, and she leaves me really nice comments. She left me like a little poem, so that was really nice. Sugar and spice and everything nice. That's what you are. Thanks for the spice tip. Thank you. Someone who lives in my hometown asked me, have you done a Pullman video yet? I haven't done a Pullman. I have made Pullman bread, but I haven't done a video yet. And I plan to. That's coming up. Actually, we might be able to do that with the Hobart, right? Or the special mixer that I have coming up. So everybody did some guesses on my DNA. So that was going to take about 6 weeks to come back, 6 to 8 weeks. So we'll see. We'll do that on a What's Up Wednesday. Someone asked about the Ventre stand mixer. That one's showing up on Amazon. I actually have a Ventre in the house, and I'm going to do a review on that. I've actually had it for a little while. The nice people at Ventre sent me that mixer, and we're going to test it out. I just haven't had a chance yet, but the Ventre is coming soon. So thanks everybody for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. I had a great time on my birthday, and I'm really liking my phone. If you're in my Facebook group, you'll see the little emojis I've been posting on there. I did one early in the morning one time, and it was very generous about how it made me look. That's all I got to say. So I really appreciate it. Links down in the description for my saute video. Links down in the description for everything that we talked about today. Links down in the description to my Facebook group, my Twitter, my Pinterest. And those are all at Amy Learns to Cook. My Instagram is at Cooking with Amy. And a few people have asked me why my Instagram isn't Amy Learns to Cook. It's just because I initially registered on Instagram and I didn't really use it. And so after months and months and a year or whatever, they canceled my account. And when I try to sign back in, they don't let me use the same username. So I'm not Amy Learns to Cook on Instagram. I am Cooking with Amy, Cooking with an N, no G, with Amy. If you like to hook up on Instagram, hook up on Facebook, hook up on Twitter, hook up on everywhere, right? I really appreciate you viewing. And tell me what you think about this What's Up Wednesday. Do you want to see it every week? Do you want to see it every other week? What do you think about it? Just let me know. And whatever you guys want, that's what you got. Hope you're having a great week. We're going to do some cooking. We're going to do some unboxing of the Kenwood Cooking Chef. That's coming up. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get that thing out of the box. So have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Love a man, Shabba. I ain't going to do that.